Let's go.
Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to the Villa Park podcast. It's me, Rich, and I'm back with the live watch along Aston Villa versus Everton. And it's Aston Villa's chance to go second in the table, 3 points clear of Manchester City, 4 points behind Arsenal, and well and truly in this title race. Can we do it? I'm confident. Are you confident? Get involved in the chat. We're going to go through the starting lineups. We're going to talk some of the talking points. I want to get your score predictions as well. But first, make sure you smash that like button, hit the subscribe button as well. We've gone well past 6,500 subscribers. So we want to hit 7,000 as soon as possible on that road to 10K. So help us get there. Like, subscribe, and get your comments in. Any talking points you want to talk about before kickoff. We are about 15 minutes away. Let's get into chat. Let's see who is here. Kadu up the Villa. Duncan, afternoon to you, mate. Must win to capitalise on all the other results going our way. Teddyfy, afternoon to you. Michelle up the Villa. Brock, good morning from Canada. And it's a great chance to move to second, as I said. Yes, I totally agree with you. And Duncan, a Villa win today. Well, I'll tell you my prediction shortly. But let's get into the starting lineup, because I think both teams suffering a little bit with injuries. Villa have got a couple of players back, made a few changes. Everton really struggling with injuries as well, but they have a certain player returning to Villa Park, which is going to be an interesting one. But Villa's team, Emi Martinez in goal, so he's returned. He's fit again to return in goal. Cash, Konsat, Pau, Torres returning in the Premier League. Obviously, he played last week in the FA Cup. And then Ian Matson at left back. Lamar Bogard in for a big start, a big game for him to be starting in with Yuri Tillemans, potentially looking like it's going to be those two in that deeper central midfield position, with McGinn, Emi Buendia, and Morgan Rogers behind Ollie Watkins. Now, that is a pretty decent starting lineup for me, but where we are struggling a little bit, you have to say, is on the bench. Marco Biza and James Wright, both goalkeepers. Then you've got Lindelof, Digne, Garcia, Mings, which is good to see him back. Then Hemmings, Evan Gesson back from AFCON, and then Jamaldine Jimo Aloba. So you would assume Digne obviously can come on and play at left side, left back. You've got Gesson who can come on in multiple positions. You've got Lindelof and Mings who are kind of covering those defensive positions, although Lindelof has been seen in midfield before. Garcia only really in that right back slot. So could we see a potential appearance for George Hemmings, which I know a lot of people have been impressed with him, Unai Emery included as well, and has talked about him. He's been in a lot of first-team squads of late. He played very well in pre-season before he got an injury. So could we potentially see more from him? Now, Everton's side has a lot of injuries as well. Let me just share the screen with FOTMob and what they've gone for. For Everton's starting lineup, we've got Pickford in goal, Patterson, Tarkowski, and O'Brien and Mikalenko across the back, Roll and Garner as the deeper central midfielders, then McNeil, Armstrong, and Grealish along the attacking midfield positions, with Tieno Barry up front. So yes, some players who are out for them, quite a few players who are out, but they've got Coleman, Beto, and Dibbling on the bench, really from their sort of recognised players. Other than that, you're talking really youth players. They've got two goalkeepers on the bench. They've only got 8 players on the bench, and 2 of those are goalkeepers. So they are really down to the bare bones, Everton, at the moment. So that's a struggle for them. But we've got to be confident going into this game, haven't we? We've got to be confident. You know, if we can get off to a good start, and if we can get 2 or 3 goals up, I'm certainly not taking anything for granted here. But if we can do that, then it is an opportunity to give some of the younger players a go and give them some minutes, give them some experience. So I'm confident going into this one. But we just have to watch out for Everton because we know Moyes can set up his teams really well. We know that he'll be disciplined. We know at the back, O'Brien and Tarkowski, good centre-backs as well. So they're going to make it difficult. But we've got to play our game, and we've got to be fast out the blocks, I think, because we've seen John McGinn, like someone like John McGinn, we've seen Emi Buendia come off with 65, 70 minutes on the clock. We haven't got those players to bring on today to change it up. So it's likely that McGinn is going to play a full game. It's likely that Buendia is potentially going to play a full game. So unless Evan Gesson is brought on to replace him, we don't have a switch up for Ollie Watkins up front unless Gesson is used for him. So this is where the problems lie. And if we do, I really hope we don't get an injury, then we are really, really struggling. Now, whatever happens in the transfer window happens with regards to Tammy Abraham or anyone else, but this is where we're slightly concerned. Now, I think Onana's back in a week or so, but yeah, I am slightly concerned about this bench, and I'm slightly concerned if anyone does get injured, or if we are needing some inspiration from the bench, we don't really have that right now, and that's the concern. But I am confident that we can take advantage of this opportunity. We've had times before, across seasons before, where it's kind of been a false dawn, where we're flattered to deceive. But I feel like the mentality is a little bit different this season. I feel like we have taken more opportunities or managed games better. You know, you look at that Wolves game where we won 1-0. You know, previously we would have had games like that where we'd have ended up drawing or potentially losing that game by a lack of concentration, but we kept plugging away, and we got the win. This could be similar. This could be a frustrating one for Villa, but I feel like we can push on and get the win. Even Palace away, which is our last Premier League game, where it was a 0-0 draw. We had opportunities to win that game at the end, but previous seasons that could have been a defeat. So I'm still pretty confident. Get in the chat your predictions on the score. Let's see some more comments. Lionel's in the chat. Go Villa. Hi, Rich and all. Brock says, everyone liked the stream. Yes, listen to Brock. Michael, hi, Rich. Great opportunity today and a good test of if we've got the bottle to capitalise. Absolutely, Michael. And just said that. And I do feel like our mentality is slightly different. Just seeing some of the Everton highlights here, and they tend to be better away from home as well. They seem to be suffering from the same issue that Tottenham suffer from at their stadium, where teams love to go and play there. They haven't made it their intimidating home ground yet, whereas they seem to be a little bit, the pressure seems to be off a bit more for them away from home. So we've really got to make it tell today. And it's a massive game for someone like Lamar Bogard. I'd love him to get a goal today. I'd love him to show what he's about and get a goal and really impose himself on the game. Guess I'm back is handy, says Duncan. Yeah, we've got to see if he's come back rejuvenated from the AFCON. You know, we didn't see much from him at all, I have to admit, before he went. And he looked very, very cumbersome, very sort of uncoordinated at times. I really want to see what the potential is with him. I really do want to see that. Good afternoon to you, Jimmy. And Marlon's departure means no switch up if Watkins isn't at the races. Exactly. Good afternoon, Rachel. Good afternoon, Ange. Afternoon, Rich and the gang. Jimmy, guess on for Watkins as a sub. Exactly. That's what I would do. But then the problem is what do you do in the midfield positions? You know, you can't really have Hemmings and Bogard central midfield partnership if you have to push Yuri Tielemans further forward. Are we looking at someone like Lindelof coming on in defensive midfield? That's the potential one. Feels weird just getting back from Villa Park as the crowds were jumping off the train. I was getting home, got my book signed though and some new merch. Oh yeah, was that Gillan Balagay? 6-1 Villa, says CS. I can't see that. I'd absolutely love it. Standing on the word, good afternoon. Villa must take advantage of the present position we find ourselves in. Up the mighty Villa, 100%. Gesson is better as a striker. Yeah, I think everyone's kind of that opinion, Duncan. I'd like to see it. I really would like to see it. Hit that like button, people. Hit that subscribe button as well. We are getting closer and closer to kickoff. Aston Villa versus Everton, the chance to go second. Now, I've just watched the Newcastle game, the Wolves-Newcastle game, and fair play to Wolves. They showed some bottle, they showed some organisation, but it was a poor game. I am hoping that this game is something better, because need some entertainment after watching 90 minutes of that. But yeah, hopefully it's a positive one for Villa. So I think we had a 6-1 in the chat. I've gone 3-0 Villa, and I've gone Watkins to get a brace, and I think I went for Emi Buendia for a goal. Dan on the preview said 2-0 to Villa. I can't remember who you said was going to score. So get in the chat. What do you think the score's going to be? I've seen a few people on social media as well saying they've got a feeling that Villa might struggle in this one. I can't see it. I really can't see it. 3-1. It says Ange, definitely. So you're positive there. Who's going to score? We need to capitalise on other results, Danny. I absolutely agree. Oh, there we go. We've got a draw there from Dean. I mean, we've got to win. We've got to win. You've got to take advantage of what Man City are doing, and you've got to take advantage of the Arsenal result. And interestingly, how many Villa supporters in my chat who are watching today are talking about Villa and title race? How many? Because I really think there's going to be a switch up in the media. If Villa win today, I really think there's going to be a switch up in the media, because it was really interesting yesterday with the Man City losing and then the Arsenal draw. It was all, Arsenal are 7 points clear of Manchester City. It wasn't they're 7 points clear of Aston Villa and Manchester City. But I really think if we get the result today and we go 4 points behind Man City, I think the talk is going to be about, well, Aston Villa are now the closest challengers, and have they got it? And for me, yes, you can talk about squads and have they got the squad for it? And yes, you can talk about experience, but Arsenal have got the experience of balling it, of choking at the final hurdle. Villa haven't got that experience, so they can just go and enjoy it. People always talk about young players when they go, they're just getting in the team. They've got no fear. They're just playing football. They're just enjoying it. Well, why can't Villa just enjoy being in the title race? No fear, no pressure. The pressure is on Arsenal. That's what it is for me. So I think Villa are well and truly in it, and we just got to enjoy it. And I don't see any reason to not say it. I don't know why we get worried about saying it. It's better to dream it. It's better to say it, for me. I don't know why we get so humble about it, personally. Michael said, I'm not talking about title race, but the closer we stay to Arsenal Man City, the better the opportunity for Champions League football. And outside of that, who knows? Rachel, way too early for title race talk. Bobby, big up Rich. You mean 4 points behind Arsenal, not City? Are you still accustomed to being at the top? Yeah, sorry, 4 points behind Arsenal, if I said that. 3 points ahead of City, 4 points behind Arsenal. Yeah, that link looks interesting from Bruges. Rafael Onyedika. Agreed. Yes, Lionel, thank you. The Marlon thing has done my head in a bit this week. Really disappointing. It does seem a bit strange, but we just hope that we can get Tammy in or whoever else in, because we definitely do need someone in there to compete or to be a different option than Ollie Watkins. So, yeah, for me, we definitely just got the league tables up at the minute. Villa sitting pretty in third position, as we know. We can go 3 points clear of Manchester City, and I guess for the top four, 10 points clear of Liverpool, 11 points clear of Manchester United in fifth. Yes, Rich, agree. Capitalising when other results go your way is another mentality shift. We have to win today. The bench isn't looking great, Michael. It isn't. I'll show you now. I'll put the teams back up. So Villa, Martinez, Cash, Konsa, Pau Torres, Ian Matson, Lamar Bogard, Yuri Tillemans, John McGinn, Emi Buendia, Morgan Rogers, and Ollie Watkins up front. The bench, Biza, Wright, 2 goalkeepers on the bench. Lindelof, Digne, Garcia, Mings, all defenders. And then you've got Hemmings, Gesson, and Jimo Aloba. So, yeah, it's not the best. It is not the best. Sancho is apparently ill, as Unai Emery confirmed in an interview. I know there's quite a bit going around. I've got a bit of man flu myself. So there is quite a bit going around. And I think Chelsea had mentioned that they had a lot of players who were ill. So, yeah, potentially some illness in the squad. But yes, this is where the squad depth is showing. But I think a lot of the interviews have been of McGinn and Morgan Rogers. I don't know if you saw that interview with Sky Sports today with Morgan Rogers, where he said, you know, they're really enjoying it and they're not scared of the title talk. And McGinn said, you know, we've got a really close bond. We've got a tight knit of players. And sometimes that can take you a long way as well. So I'm excited. Players coming out now. Signo Sancho, yes. Just got a cold again. Yeah, it's mad. It's mad at the minute. Yeah, it was a really good interview, Morgan. I haven't watched the full one. I think it's about 26, 27 minutes, they said. I watched the one on Sky Sports. It was about 10 minutes. It was really good. Really good. And there's Grealish coming out, enjoying it. I'm sure he'll get a good reception initially, and then I think he'll get some boos when he gets the ball. Nearly 100 of you in the chat. Hit the like before we get started. Please, guys, no spoilers in the chat. I appreciate that. I'm probably going to be about a minute or so behind you. Hopefully a little bit less, but most likely about a minute or so. Let me just get my screen shared. So we are ready to go. There we are. And I'm going to go off the comments for a bit, just in case. And with the players, we're just getting the players announced on the screen. Bogard and Tillemans. McGinn, Rogers, Buendia with Watkins. I really fancy Watkins for a couple of goals today. I really do. Hopefully that week off as well will have helped the players. You know, it felt weird, you know. It really felt weird not having a game. Obviously, we played FA Cup last Saturday and Crystal Palace the previous Wednesday, I believe. That just seems like so long ago. So long ago. So, yeah, it just really feels like a long time ago. And now we're back in the Premier League action. And I'm just hoping that the players are a bit fresher. I'm sure they would have had quite a few days off this week. I think the pictures of them in training were on Thursday. So I'm pretty sure most of the players would have been off for that. Steve, wish you're playing today. Got really bad feelings about today, Rich. Get your boots on. I need you. I don't know about that, mate. Right, so Rich is kicked off. I'm still with the Everton lineup getting on the screen. So I'll tell you when I've kicked off. So Everton's team: Pickford, Patterson, O'Brien, Tarkowski, Mikalenko, Roll, Garnett, McNeil, Armstrong, Grealish, and Barry. And they've got 2 goalkeepers on the bench, and they haven't got a full bench. Just got Morgan Rogers in the screen. High-fiving. Martinez back in goal. It's Morgan Rogers, 100th appearance for Aston Villa. Duncan said 20 million for Tammy. So have we done the deal yet? There's Grealish, 213 appearances for Villa, 32 goals and 38 assists. So Michael's kicked off. I'm just about to. Everton to kick us off. I'm a good couple of minutes behind, aren't I? I might try and speed it up after. Right, we're off. Pickford goes long. Headed down, and it's an early shot, and it's off the post. Oh, my word. Almost a goal inside 9 seconds. Roll with the shot. Just a hopeful long ball from Jordan Pickford. Headed down, I think, by Barry, or flicked on by Barry. Lovely touch by Roll, and then across Martinez, hits off the inside of the post, and thankfully drops into Martinez's hands. But bloody hell, that was a shock for Villa. Konsa now, ball in the box, trying to turn away from Grealish, gets it to Cash. Cash then, long ball upfield into Watkins, who lays it off to Rodgers. Rodgers with a short pass there into McGinn, who gets blocked, and then it's back with Jordan Pickford. Pickford now, again, long kick, and it's out of play on the halfway line. But that was a real warning for Villa. Throw in just inside Everton's half. Maatsen, a short pass from Tielemans there, seized upon by Everton. Barry out to Grealish. Grealish running at Cash. Mikalenko on the overlap, gets the cross in, but it's plucked out the air by Martinez. And now he's looking to break quickly, but he decides to hold on to it. But yeah, bit of a slow start from Villa. Conditions not the best. Everton came out the blocks pretty quick. Villa just trying to calm it down. Konsa back to Martinez. But a couple of short passes. There's one, the Watkins layoff wasn't, I don't think it was intended for Rodgers. It went to Rodgers, fine. And then Rodgers then laid it off to McGinn, and that was short. And then we had the throw in there, easy throw in, Maatsen to Yuri, and Yuri dropped his pass short. So just need to wake up a little bit. Konsa now coming forward, plays it into McGinn. McGinn back to Konsa. Back to McGinn. Nice little turn. Plays to Bogard. Bogard getting pressed, but he finds Pau Torres, who goes out to Ian Maatsen. Into Tielemans, who's got a bit of space now to operate. Looks long over the top for Rodgers' run, but it's headed up in the air by Tarkowski. Flicked on by Watkins. Out wide to Maatsen. Maatsen coming forward with the ball. Tries to cut inside, but Patterson does well and clears it, only half clears it, and Yuri Tielemans picks it up. Tielemans goes back to Torres, across to Konsa. Konsa just points to where he wants Cash and he plays it to him. Villa just looking to reset the attack. Torres now, bit of space. Buendia receives, but is pushed off the ball by McNeil, and it's a free kick to Villa. It wasn't the best control, though, by Buendia. Probably wasn't the best pass from Pau Torres, if I'm honest. But at least Villa getting a few touches of the ball. Maatsen with a little run down the left, but Tielemans decides not to play it. And then Torres comes and just plays it short to Yuri. Yuri goes back to Konsa on the halfway line. Maatsen calling for it out on the left. Still with Konsa. Goes short to McGinn. McGinn, just a little loose touch, but gets the turn. Plays to Bogard. And they just need to wake up a little bit. Be a bit more definite with their passes. Torres looks for Buendia over the top. Buendia coming through now on the left-hand side. Cuts in on his left foot. Plays to Rodgers. Oh, Rodgers. Over the bar. And that's a big chance for Villa. Big chance. Lovely ball from Pau Torres. Great run. I think he may have been onside. And then he gets to bounce the ball, cuts inside. He thinks about taking the shot and then lays it off to Morgan Rodgers instead. And Rodgers just spoons it over the bar with his left foot. Should have scored. Should have scored. Now Everton looking to come forward. Grealish now, faced up by Matty Cash. And he decides to go back to, is that Armstrong? Now Tarkowski. Drops it into Garner, who's, I think, has been on Villa's shortlist. It's getting a few headlines, Garner, bit of interest. Garnering a bit of interest. Long ball over the top, but picked up by Pau Torres. McNeil just trying to pressure him, but he goes back to Martinez. Martinez decides to go long, looking for John McGinn. Mikalenko does well against him, and Grealish picks it up. Now plays to Mikalenko. Drops it inside to Armstrong, but a really good, was that roll? Really good tackle by Tielemans, and Villa can break. Buendia goes to Bogard now. Bogard into McGinn. Being manhandled by Garner there and gets the free kick. Watkins looking to get in behind. Oof. Outside the foot pass by Tielemans, just gets to Torres, and Buendia picks it up now. Buendia's getting on the ball nicely, which is good. Looking confident. Plays out to Cash. Cash to Bogard. Bogard just holding that Kamara position. Konsa now. Villa, everyone inside the Everton half. Bogard into McGinn. Tries a little drop with the shoulder and turn and gets the free kick again off Garner. That's 2 fouls from Garner, so he's going to have to watch it. Free kick to Villa, just inside Everton's half, really. Not quite midway inside the half, but enough. Get a good ball in the box here to cause a few problems. Torres has gone forward. Yuri's over the ball. Konsa's going into the box. Rogers is going in. Just outside the box, the line is. Got 3 players towards the right, left side of the penalty box. But Tielemans goes short. Now Cash out to Rogers. Rogers, a little flick pass to McGinn. Back inside to Rogers, who drives into the box. Rogers cuts inside. Oh, just couldn't get the shot away. Maybe just took the extra touch when... I don't think he could have had the shot, because I think it was right. The defender was just directly in front of him, but lovely driving run into the box, and just tried a little shuffle of the feet, little double touch, and he just took it too far in front of him. Cash, though, with a longer throw into the box, headed away. Grealish now looking to clear it. Gets away from Cash and then gets the free kick. It's not happy. Got to keep the shots low. Yeah, Rogers getting early involvement, definitely. Yeah, just getting warmed up. Over 100 of you guys in the chat. Please do hit the like button and hit that subscribe button. Help us continue on the road. We've gone past 6.5K, which is amazing. We want to get to 7,000 as soon as we can. So please like the stream. Help spread the word of the channel. Oof. Cash there with a header away. And Armstrong with his high foot. I think it was accidental. Brave from Cash there. Good. Just ducked his head away in time, and Armstrong pulled his foot away. So just under 10 minutes into the 9th minute. Great early chance for Everton. Hit the inside of the post. And then a good chance for Morgan Rogers, who spooned it over the top, really, when he probably should have done better. But Villa controlling possession now after that early scare. Martinez out to Pau Torres. It's just a little short one into Matson, who finds Yuri Tielemans. Nice play by Villa. Buendia now goes back to Konsa. Konsa's got space to bring it forward. They're letting Konsa have a bit of time and space on the ball, and then trying to press when Buendia or McGinn get the ball. But nice interplay between McGinn and Buendia. Then McGinn with a chip ball over the top, but it's gonna skid off this surface. But really good idea. Nice but one-touch play in midfield from Villa. Rogers just pressing, but I think that's Garner who does well there. O'Brien trying to clear, but picked up by Lamar Bogard in that position. Tielemans now coming forward with the ball, looking for a quick pass. Goes out wide to Cash. Cash does well to adjust, but it's pushed out for a throw-in by Mikalenko. But Villa looking menacing here. Hope the crowd are getting going, because we need the crowd. We need a big atmosphere. You know, it's 4:30 kickoff on a Sunday. It's good time. This is a big chance for Villa to go second in the table. Bogard to Konsa. Into Buendia. Nice first-time ball out to Torres. Gets it back off Torres. Good movement from Buendia. Out to Matson. Into Tielemans. Lovely first-time pass to Buendia. Buendia into Watkins now. Watkins just checks from Tarkhouse. A good tackle. Back to Tielemans now. To McGinn. to Bogard. Cash back to Bogard again. Into McGinn. Konza. Villa absolutely controlling the ball now. Everyone apart from Martinez inside the Everton half. Rodgers, little ball into Buendia, just couldn't quite take it in his stride. Now Everton looking to break, but Matson does really well. Now he's pounced on it, has a shot, but it's straight into Pickford's arms. Villa pouncing on any time Everton looking to clear it, keeping the pressure on, which is good. And Pickford's a good goalkeeper. We're gonna have to be right on with our shooting, to be fair. Pickford's got the ball. He goes out wide to Patterson. Patterson to McNeil. I don't think McNeil. I think that's McNeil's first touch of the ball. Tarkowski across to O'Brien. Out to Mikalenko. Into Grealish. Grealish just hits it off John McGinn. And it's out for a throw into Everton. Villa can keep this tempo up. This is what we need. Mikalenko with the throw-in, headed down by Cash. Bogard brings it down nicely and then finds Pau Torres, who goes back to Emi Martinez. Villa just look to reset. Oh, just jump forward a few seconds. Konsa now coming forward with the ball. Just getting pressed. But he does well to turn away. Now he's striding forward, still getting pressed by Roll. And he manages to roll him. He just... Let's go forward a bit. Back to Martinez. Just need to keep this tempo up. Long ball from Martinez this time. Looking for, not sure who's looking for, but McGinn's chasing it up. O'Brien goes back to Pickford. Pickford's take the touch right out wide and then clears it long. Cash, though, heads it down. Konsa does well. Cash does well to pounce on it, and he's striding forward. Great tackle into Rodgers. Ball's bouncing around in midfield. I think Buendia was looking for a free kick, but Everton pick it back up again. And the ball's back with Pickford. Out to O'Brien. Rodgers trying to chase him. Oh, just lost my stream there. There we go. And it's out for a throw-in. Sorry, I just lost the stream there a little bit. Tielemans and Grealish having words. Oh, no. Please, no. McGinn. McGinn is down with an injury. Oh, this is horrible. Just holding his knee. And this is exactly what we said we didn't want. This is exactly what we said we didn't want. McGinn, he does not look good. Inside of his knee. This is worrying. This is worrying. This does not look good at all. Are they going to show where it happened? Oh no, they're showing the chance for Everton from this angle. I want to see what's happened to McGinn. Oh, this is not good. It's going to have to be Gesson, won't it, going further forward? It'll have to be Gesson. Out on that right-hand side. Telling him to go off. the pitch to get treatment, and he's not right. He's not right at all. Yeah, Evan Gesson's coming on. We need new signings desperately. That's going to be McGinn out for a few weeks. That is going to be. Oh, this is not good, guys. Yeah, Evan Gesson's going to come on. So Villa down to 10 men for now. Headed on by Barry, but Consa's picking that up. But Grealish is pressuring him, but Consa does really well there to keep it in play. Heads it down after Everton got it clear, and Buendia picks it up in midfield and finds Pau Torres. Torres now just calming it down while Gesson gets ready. Plays it to Matson. Back to Torres. Oh, that's really bad. That injury. Not what we need at the minute. Martinez plays to Konza. Back to Martinez again. And after some momentum for 10 minutes or so, the momentum's just dropped a little bit for Villa. Obviously, they've only got 10 men at the minute, so it's understandable. Martinez goes long, looking for Watkins. And that's a free kick to Everton. But I like that from Watkins, putting himself about. Now Villa can get the change sorted. And here he comes, the match winner. Yeah, it's not good for McGinn that his knee looks bad. Right, let's see how we go with Evan. Pickford, long kick upfield. Barry there with the header down, but it's silly there from Cash. He tried the calm header to Martinez, and it was wide for Martinez, and it's gone out for a needless corner. But Barry there wins the flick on. Like, Cash tries the simple header down for Martinez, but just had too much pace on the header. Martinez ended up scrambling it, and it's gone out for a corner now to Everton. Not what we need. Garner's about to take this. Oh, he's pushed Grealish out the way. Martinez headed down, but then away by Matson. Tielemans is the furthest player forward, but it's going to end up going back to Pickford. Pickford's just outside his box. He's created an angle. Whacks his left foot, wraps his left foot round it, goes up the line. Cash kicks it up in the air, headed away by Konsa. Can it be brought down by Rodgers? It can. Buendia tries to help it on, but it's into the Everton half, but it's out of play for a throw-in. Mikalenko's about to take. Just getting into the 20th minute, and to be honest, there's not been a great deal to shout about. There's been a couple of good opportunities for Villa, but nothing really. Rodgers missed a decent effort over the bar, should have scored, and then Matson's had an effort that was comfortable for Pickford, and that's really about it. Been a bit of a scrappy one. McNeil now with the ball on the right-hand side. Trying to get away from Buendia. Plays it to Patterson on the overlap, who gets a high cross in, but it's plucked out the air by Martinez easily. And he's looking to start an attack. I think he's just kept hold of it. Just focusing on Patterson at the minute. Yeah, Martinez rolls it out to Pau Torres. Villa just need to get themselves going again. I can imagine that the crowd isn't really particularly loud because there's not really much for them to shout about right now. And they're probably concerned about John McGinn, but just need to get our heads back in the game, get Rodgers back in the game here. Konsa's just standing on the ball at the minute. Finds Emi Buendia, but he's pressed. Short pass there. Now it's picked up by McNeil. McNeil out to, or that roll out to Barry. Barry, Bogard holds him up, and it's a corner to Everton, but sloppy play in midfield from Villa there. And Everton now having a bit of a time for a bit of pressure. It was Roll who was putting the pressure on, pounced on it in midfield. And now Everton again with another corner, this time from the opposite side, from their right-hand side. Again, getting players around Martinez, just trying to unsettle him. McNeil this time is going to do an in-swinger. A lot of height on it to the back post. Grealish gets a volley, but it's blocked. And now Pau Torres can get it clear. Uses his right foot this time, but no one's field for Villa. Patterson with a long crossfield pass, picked up by Matson, but he loses out on the header. But Torres does well on the cover. He's come across from the right-hand side to the left-hand side there, and Matson hits it off an Everton player, and it goes out for a throw-in. But Grealish there, right at the back post, met it on the volley, and I think it hit Gesson on the back of the head. Konsa now is inside his own penalty area. We're not using this. See, this is the problem when someone like Kamara's not playing and Bogart's in there. Now he's got the ball and we use him, and he's lost it. He's not got the free kick. Barry, it's a good job he's not really much to danger up front because Konsa came on the cover. But this is the problem with Bogart in midfield. We're not confident in giving him the ball. Lovely turn from Buendia there. Gets pulled back by McNeil. Clearly. Yeah, yellow card. That's part of the problem when you're playing, it's not Bogart's fault. He's a good player in there, but he's not the same as Kamara, obviously. And the confidence to give him the ball isn't there with the Villa players. You can see Konsa second guessing himself when usually you just give the ball to Boubacar Kamara straight away. But lovely turn there from Buendia. McNeil gets a yellow card. And it's back with Martinez now to Torres. But they've got to get some momentum in this game. Matson. Buendia's asking for it. He's got loads of space, but he goes back to Torres. Torres tries to force it, but it's headed down. Matson picks it up. And he goes all the way back to he just drops it into his own penalty box, and Torres picks it up again. Not a great deal of movement at the minute. Buendia is the only one. And a lovely little touch from Buendia onto Tielemans. Ball goes out to Matson on the left-hand side. Matson charging down the left-hand side now. Then he just runs out of steam and it's out for a goal kick. But that's where the joy's coming, down that left-hand side. A lot of people in the chat. I'm not underwhelming. Yeah, the moment has shifted a little bit. Just need to get back into this game. I don't apart from the ball hitting the back of Evan Gesson's head, he hasn't had a touch really. But we're going to miss that sort of those turns from McGinn, so we're going to have to change the way that we play a little bit. Now Gesson can get on the ball, but he loses out to Tierno Barry. Barry driving forward with the ball, but Gesson does well to get back in, really well to get back in there. Fair play to him. Cash goes back to Konsa, and it's the ball's back with Martinez, who looks out left to Pau Torres. Torres now coming forward with the ball, goes to Matson. Matson just loose touch from Ian Matson there and gives the ball away. And now Garner's back on the ball for Everton. Very scrappy game at the moment, and Villa just not getting any sort of quality possession for long enough. I know there's a few in the chat saying Watkins hasn't really touched the ball, but Rodgers hasn't really touched the ball for the last 10 minutes either. We're not really getting the creators or the finishers in the game at the minute. It's very much across the defence, and then we're giving it away. Garner's now got some space to come forward with the ball. Villa just look a little bit ragged at the moment. Armstrong back to Garner. Garner's just controlling things. Mikalenko now. He goes back to O'Brien. Rodgers trying to press him. Villa just need to step up at 10, 15 yards. Rodgers pressing Pickford. Watkins pressing. That's great. Now Buendia driving forward. Can Villa capitalise on this? Ball goes out wide to Watkins. Watkins looking for support, finds Matson, back to Watkins again, back to Matson, into Tielemans. Now it's Matson again. Now we've just lost a little bit of momentum. We need a bit more movement again. Now Matson's got some space to drive into, but he decides to go to Rodgers, gets it back to Rodgers again. Villa just trying that intricate passing. Tielemans, though, looks to switch it, and he goes out wide into the middle to Konzo, goes out right to Cash. Cash comes back to Konza. Buendia's got the space in the middle there, but he decides not to give it to him. Tielemans, Cash, out wide to Gesson now. Gesson to Rodgers, back to Gesson. Villa just trying to engineer some space. Everyone again behind the ball for Everton. Konza on the halfway line now into the Yuri Tielemans, back to Konza. Tielemans with a run forward. Ball went through the middle and just split the two, Tielemans and Buendia. Now Everton coming forward. Grealish on the left-hand side. Facing up to Matty Cash, cuts inside, hits the shot, but it's blocked. But it's going to be picked up by Armstrong. But Cash does well, and he gets the goal kick for Villa. Just struggling at the minute. Yeah, we could cope without McGinn and Onana if we had Kamara. He's the one we can't be without. Yeah, I think that's correct. It's just, you can just see the players aren't sure about giving him the ball all the time. Maybe you'll start to sort of warm into it in the second half, but we just need to, they can isolate Yuri Tielemans and then make sure that Bogard gets it, and then we lose out on that creativity. Torres coming forward. Poor pass. Seized upon. We're just too slow to give the ball to whoever we want to give the ball to. We've got to be more definite. Everton just easily picking up the ball off from us. O'Brien coming forward with it. Mikalenko. And this is exactly what Everton will want to do, just frustrate Villa. Garner to Tarkowski now, comes forward with it. He goes out wide to McNeil. McNeil looking for Patterson down the right-hand side, but he's not going to catch Matson for pace, and Matson just shields it out for a goal kick. Villa need to get their passing sorted. Too many loose passes at the moment. And they're not definite enough with the passes. They're waiting too long to play the pass. You look at the goal that we scored against Spurs last week, it was bump, bump, bump. Everyone knew where everyone was going to be. At the moment, it's an extra touch. It's an extra second. And you wait that time and the chance is gone. You've got to just go with what you've got instincts telling you. You've got to just go with what you feel. Look here, Konza, too long on the ball. He doesn't want to give the ball to Bogard, and it ends up going back. Bogard's got to get into him and tell him that he demand the ball. You've got to demand the ball in midfield. There, he should be getting the ball there. Just goes to Konza instead. Now Konza's got no one to pass to. They're isolating him. Finds Pau Torres. Torres now plays into Buendia, but Buendia's too sloppy waiting for the ball. Now Barry's got an opportunity, but Bogard does well to get back in, and it's shuffled back to Martinez. This is poor from Villa. We're too slow with the passes. Get Lamar, give him the ball. You've got to give Bogard the ball. You can't just wait. Martinez to Konza. Into Rodgers. Into Bogard now. Now Bogard, yes, nice little clip pass into... This is nice little clip pass into Cash. Exactly what I was saying. Give him the ball. He's in a good position. Cash now. Can't get past O'Brien, but he finds Bogard again. Slips it into Rodgers. Rodgers trying to get away, but gives it away. And now he's gone down. No, he'd be all right. Torres now coming forward. Villa inside Everton, deep inside Everton's half. Buendia back to Matson. To Tielemans. Matson again. Back to Tielemans. Lovely run from Gesson. Gesson! Oh, he couldn't get the shot in with his left foot, but lovely run. Diagonal run. Beautiful pass from Yuri Tielemans. He just... Great first touch, but Mikalenko does well to read the run, actually, and then he just can't quite get the ball out of his feet to clip it the other side of Pickford. But encouraging there from Gesson. Good run. Now Grealish down the left-hand side. Chased by Bogard. And Grealish puts it out of play for a goal kick. That's two or three really good moments there from Lamar Bogard. Buendia gave it away to Barry. He gets back, tackles it. Then Rodgers gives him the ball. He clips it out to Cash and we start an attack. And then he's just trapped Grealish back. So that's really encouraging. We've got to start giving him the ball. Why are we so horrific first half? Manager of the month curse. Yeah, we'll pick up second half when we're kicking towards the whole end. Long kick from Martinez, and it's straight out of play. Emery, just tell him players to up it a little bit. We're not going to have many substitutions. What has he got? Luca Dean, Hemmings, Aloba, Lindelof. Not really too many options. Patterson with the throw, headed down by Barry, picked up by McNeil. Clipped inside to Roll. Barry. McNeil gets blocked by Tillemans. Everton pick it up again, but Villa. Oh, good turn by Roll here. Grealish is out on the left-hand side, but he's played to Mikalenko instead. Mikalenko with a shot. Deflection. I don't know if it was a save. Was it a save from Martinez there? Lovely turn by Roll there. Took out 2 Villa players. Then drops it off to Mikalenko. Yeah, Martinez tips it over the bar. Decent save. Nearly 150 of you in the chat. Thank you so much for your support. Please do smash a like, hit the subscribe button as well. If you're new to the channel, 0-0 at the moment. Clipped in by Garner. Headed down. Oh, and it's a goal. Oh, my word. Is it a goal? Oh, offside. O'Brien heads it down into the net. It's a short corner from Grealish to Garner. Garner clips it into the back post. Was it Grealish who was offside? Maybe just offside there, O'Brien. I don't think he was offside. This is being checked. Who are they saying is offside? He wasn't offside. It was I think it was Patterson who was offside. Or is he offside there? Armstrong, sorry, was offside, wasn't he? Yeah, it wasn't O'Brien. This is going to be a goal. Oh, he's offside. Put it out. Okay. Yeah, Konsa gets the free kick there. But they are putting pressure on. Every time we try and play it short out from the back, they're putting pressure on. But again, we've been let off here. I'm trying to see. I could have sworn that was Armstrong who was offside, but someone in the chat's going to have to help me out here. Good afternoon. Yeah, we've been awful. Offside for interfering. Okay. Yeah. Right, Matson now picks the ball up. Trying to beat McNeil. Patterson cuts it back to Rodgers. Oh, Rodgers! Blocked from O'Brien and over the bar. Brilliant play from Matson. Takes 2 men on, holds off McNeil, takes it out around the outside of Patterson. And then this time, Rodgers keeps it low, strikes it pretty well, and it's bounced off O'Brien out for a corner. Short from Tillemans to Rodgers. Rodgers hits the shot. Oh, diving save from Pickford. Throw in. Tielemans clips it into the box. Punched away by Pickford. Picked up by Lamar Bogard. Out wide to Maatsen. Maatsen clips it in. Oh, it's away by Garner. Not the best ball in. Picked up by Rodgers. Rodgers to Tielemans to Maatsen. Inside to Buendia. Drops it back off to Yuri Tielemans, who plays to Morgan Rodgers. Morgan Rodgers now looking for a pass. Plays to Yuri. Yuri out left to Buendia. Buendia just facing up Patterson there. Goes around the outside, clips it in, but it's looped into the arms of Jordan Pickford. But some good play there from Villa. And a nice little decoy. Nice little decoy from Morgan Rodgers. Went to the bench as if he was talking to someone and then just ran. Was having a drink and then just ran from the halfway line. Got the ball off Yuri Tielemans and then hit the shot. And Pickford was alert and punched it away out for a throw-in. But good thinking from Villa. O'Brien goes to Pickford. Pickford now out wide to Patterson. Patterson back to Tarkowski. Tarkowski goes long now, looking for Barry. Consido clips it out of play. No, it's a throw into Villa. Yeah, there's always focus on Austin McPhee like he's the mastermind. Cash to Guessond. Guessond coming inside, gets tripped over. It's a bit of a cynical challenge. Yes, goals are coming. Yes, Charlie. Sunderland branch up the Villa. Rodgers will score. Let's hope so. Into the last sort of 5-10 minutes of the first half. Konza coming forward. Barry's just trying to get back to him. He battles well there. Garner clips it over the top. Pau Torres loses out. Don't foul him. Armstrong's trying to hold it up, but Torres doing well. Both of them battling. Armstrong gets it out to Jack Grealish. Two centre halves are badly out of position here. Garner to Grealish. Back to Garner again. Now Villa can get settled because Everton's the momentum's gone out the move a little bit now, and Villa's just get organised again. But Grealish got some space out on the left-hand side. Now he's driving into the box. Beats Guessond. Outside the foot, a little cross, but it's cleared, half cleared by Villa. Picked up by McNeil. McNeil gets it back again to O'Brien. Everton looking threatening as well when they get on the ball. Garner back to McNeil. Now it's back into their own half with O'Brien. And Garner again. Garner's the one who's controlling the game here. Switch, beautiful switch of play out to Patterson. Buendia just holding him up with Maatsen. And it's out for a throw in to Everton. But it's Garner here who's totally controlling the game for Everton. He's playing very well. This is why we've got to use Bogard more on the ball, because if they isolate Yuri Tielemans and we're too slow to get the ball to the other midfielder, then we're not going to control the possession enough. And this is the problem. Got to use him more. Looks like the lid's shaping up for a long throw in here, Everton. Getting players around Martinez. Long throw comes in. Bounces, but it's into the arms safely of Emi Martinez. Now Villa looking to break. Guessond trying to get a run on McNeil. Oh, sorry, on Roll. And he tries to turn him, but gets a throw in. He just doesn't look comfortable on that right-hand side. Doesn't quite look like he knows what he wants to do. I always think like he's getting the ball in areas that are too deep for him. Like for me, he looks like he's a sharp mover in and around the box, like one touch, hold off the defender and then strike it. If he's getting the ball on the halfway line, he just hasn't got the pace to get away from anyone. Martinez just holding the ball, plays out wide to Konza. Conser's just getting pressed, but he doesn't want to use Bogard, but he does this time. Now Bogard's got space to run into. Short pass though into Watkins, but Watkins does well to lay it off to Yuri Tillemans. Tillemans to Buendia now. Buendia coming forward. Just cuts inside. Lays it back off to Tillemans just on the edge of the box. Clips it in. Gesson gets up. Looping header off the bar. Watkins keeps it alive. Maatsen. Back to Yuri. Villa got 5 or 6 players in the box. Maatsen now. Facing at McNeil. Drops his shoulder. Crosses it in. And it's blocked out for a corner. Oh, great header from Gesson there. This time we got him in the box. Tillemans with a little clip to the back stick. And he gets up high, and it's a great header. Pickford had absolutely no chance. No chance at all, and it's bounced off the bar and down. Brilliant effort from Gesson. Fair play. See, get the ball in the box. So the woodwork hit twice, once from Everton, once from Villa. Now we've got a corner. Matty Cash about to take it. 42nd minute, clips it in. Punched away by Pickford, and it's another corner to Villa. Pickford's just gone down. I think he's injured by his own player. Nearly 150 of you in here. Come on, let's get this goal before half time, Villa. Just buying a bit of time here, Pickford. I'm sure he'll be absolutely fine. Villa with 3 players on the right on the edge of the box. Cash, though, looking for one to the front post. Flicked on by Torres. Just cleared by Grealish. Lovely flick on by Pau Torres there. It's picked up by Emi Buendia, who looks to switch the play out to Yuri Tillemans, who brings it down with his chest, does very well. Lays it back off to Lamar Bogard. Gets it back. Bogard now with a bit of time and space. Finds Ian Maatsen. Maatsen, oh, just poor pass from Ian Maatsen there. Straight out of play when he's looking to switch it. Emery's just telling him, just pass it. Don't look to force it. Well, it's not been so much of a Super Sunday yet, has it? No goals in the Wolves Newcastle game, and no goals so far in this game. Tillemans drops it off to Maatsen. Maatsen looking to get away from Garner, but doesn't. From Roll, but doesn't. Now Everton looking to break. Mikalenko coming forward. Goes out wide to Grealish. Villa looking a bit stretched here. Grealish cuts inside, hits the shot, blocked by Cash, and it's a corner to Everton. Villa just need to just keep organised. Grealish looked like he was going for the short one there. Tierno Barry is being marked by Lamar Bogard. I'm not sure about that. Someone's gone down in the box. Tarkowski and Torres look like they're battling each other. Typical. It's always going to be Tarkowski, or just a little arm around his head. Sure, it'll be fine. Pushing and shoving. Referee's going to give a free kick. I'm sure of it. Short one. Mikalenko. Pressed. Villa clear. Konsa gets it clear now. Mikalenko looking to restart the attack. Finds Garner. Garner crosses it in. It's a lovely ball, but Tarkowski can't get hold of it. He's forced wide, and he puts the cross in and gets a throw in. Everton ending the half well. There's 3 minutes of stoppage time. Looks like they're going to take a long throw here. O'Brien with a long throw. Headed up in the air by Bogard. Headed down and cleared by Guessand. Now Villa can break. Tielemans, just couldn't quite look over the top to Watkins. O'Brien, though, is pressed by Rodgers. Rodgers does well. Can he keep it in play? Nah, possibly. O'Brien still battling. Don't foul. Oh, he's got the foul. Obvious he was going to get the foul. Into the 47th minute. Aston Villa 0, Everton 0. Frustrating half for Villa. I'm sure David Moyes will be the happier of the two sides. Everton have looked good when they've got on the ball. They've looked organised. They've hit the post. Had a goal disallowed for offside. Villa, Rodgers has had a couple of chances, and then Guesson's hit the bar with a header. But apart from that, it's been a bit of a frustrating one for Villa. And the worrying thing is they don't have a lot of subs or a lot of changes that can be made. McGinn getting injured in the first half. Guesson's the main replacement, and that's been used. So at the minute, we've got Luca Dean who can come on at left back, and we've got young Jimo Aloba in an attacking sense. Clipped over the top looking for Matty Cash. Cash, lovely brought down, but goes away from him and out for a goal kick. And that looks like it'll be half-time coming up very shortly. But as we know, we just need one goal. I want your comments in at half-time. I've tried not to get too much involved in the comments because I know people are probably way ahead of me. So I will go through a lot of comments at half-time. Discussion points. Not many changes that we can make in terms of personnel, but is there anything that we can do in terms of formation? I tell you what I think we need to do more of when we get into half-time. Throw into Everton. Oh, that's it. That's it. 0-0. So Everton could have taken the lead inside 10 seconds. Roll hit the inside of the post. Thankfully, he didn't. He didn't score. And then Evan Guessond hit the woodwork for Villa, hitting the bar. Apart from that, it's been a frustrating one. Right, let's have a look at some of the comments in the chat. Where's the Villa we saw last week? Yeah, well, different game. Different game, and it's just been a bit frustrating. Why did we let Marlon go? Guessond's header is unlucky. Yeah, unlucky from Guessond. It's a good header, great header. We need at least 3 players as soon as possible. Buendia not in the game at all. Watkins not touched the ball, and they're walking through our midfield. Apart from that, mate, it's been a great performance. Yeah, Matson's been good. Guesson needs to play up front. He makes decent runs. Well, this is what I was saying before. Like, when he's out on that right-hand side, he's picking up the ball at best midway inside the opposition half. And he's got too far to run. He's got too far to go to get into their heart of their attack. But when he receives, you saw that diagonal run he made when he took the touch and then just couldn't quite get the finish. It was one touch and then he was in the box for a finish. He's then had the header in the box. That's where we've got to get Evan Guessond. So to me, it's getting him up front. Yeah, I think Buendia's been all right. Unfortunately, we need to sell Rodgers for 100 million. No subs to win, unfortunately. Well, look, the players on the pitch have got to do it. Tammy's on the plane to play the second half. We can't get Watkins in the game. I agree. Yeah, Chris Sutton talked about Everton being decimated by injuries. What about us? Fed up. It's all Everton, I think. Come up the kitchen for. We'll be good in the second half. We'll be good in the second half, definitely. Yeah, it's not been the best match. I'm trying my best. Please no, Gary. We can't have. We've got to take this opportunity. We've got to. Yeah, 1-0. We'll take a 1-0, definitely. And yes, Paz, we do need to speed up a bit, because that's the point. That's the point. And for me, we've got to use Bogard more. There's so many times where Konza, and I don't know why he does this. I mean, Konza's brilliant, but he has this lack of trust for younger players for some reason, and I don't know why. Whenever Garcia's playing in that right back spot, I mean, I can potentially understand it with Garcia. But Bogard's played enough first team games now to be trusted with the ball, but he doesn't give him the ball enough. And if that was Kamara, he would have had no hesitation every time he got the ball to give Kamara the ball. Now, I'm not saying that Bogard is anywhere near the player that Kamara is. Of course he isn't. But he's in that position. You have to trust him. If he's in the starting 11, you have to trust him with the ball. And on Bogard's point, he has to be demanding the ball. He has to be shouting at Ezri every time he is in a space to receive it, because the 2 or 3 times when he's driven forward with the ball, he's looked for those progressive passes. Yes, they haven't always come off. He's played clip balls out to the right-hand side, and he's started attacks. He's got to be doing it every time. If you're not going to do that, you're going to end up putting yourself under pressure, which Conte's done a couple of times. You're going to end up playing it to Pau Torres, who's then going to get pressed by Barry, or you're going to play to try and force a pass to Yuri Tillemans, who's going to be pressed by 2 of their midfielders, because that's exactly what they want. You have to use every player on the pitch. We've got to. Emery's got to give him a strong talking to. Watkins got to start running the channels instead of just staying central. He's not getting a kick. Yeah, but if he runs the channels, then you're taking away space that Rodgers might be utilising, or that Buendia's looking to get into. So it's one of those. It's a difficult one. No Kamara. Yeah, it's a real miss. Even Onana as well. That's a massive miss. The bench is a worry, definitely. Lots of people saying Gesson needs to play through the middle. Absolutely, Leroy. Everton haven't been great, and now they'll be buzzing about this. Because they've organised, they've stayed organised, and yes, we've had a couple of chances, but have we done enough? Not really. You can't be saying that. And yeah, Garcia can't come on against Grealish. He'll have an absolute field day. Andrew said this is what he expected, and it was always going to be a frustrating one. We're losing out in midfield. That's what we need to fix, but we can't. I agree to an extent, but I think Garner's picked the ball up in deeper areas of midfield, but I wouldn't say that they're winning every second ball or anything like that. I think we're winning our fair share of second balls. I think we're keeping the ball alive when we're getting the ball in the other half, when they're clearing it. I just think there's times when we're trying to play those passes through the central areas that either Buendia's been guilty of waiting for the ball, or Rodgers has been guilty of waiting for the ball, and they've pounced on it, and then they've taken the ball forward, and then they've kind of had a bit of controlled possession. I wouldn't say that either side has been dominant either way in terms of midfield battle. I just think that we would have obviously had the upper hand if Kamara or Onana would have been playing, but I don't think either have controlled that midfield. So that's the only thing for me. I just think there's been a couple of times where more than a couple of times where we've given the ball away in silly areas. Too reliant on Rodgers. Yeah, but has Rodgers really got in the game enough? He's had a couple of good efforts. He obviously had the one where he really should have scored, where he put it over the bar. And then he had the effort that was blocked, deflected by O'Brien. And then he had the effort where he pretended to go off the side and then had the long range shot. But has he got involved in the game enough? That's the point. To be fair, we're quite interesting to watch, but far from being dominant. I'd say 0-0 is fair, but we don't have much on the bench, as we know. Yes. So, look, we get a breakthrough, then the crowd will be back with the Villa. The shackles will be lifted. The pressure will be off. We just need to get that goal. Matson's been good down that left-hand side. I think we need to switch it out to the right a little bit more as well and utilise Cash and stretch them a little bit more. And I think we need to get Buendia shooting more. I think we need to get Watkins in the game more. But we've had efforts. We've hit the bar. That was a brilliant header. It doesn't matter when we score. We just got to score. Does this bring into question? I mean, has Harvey Elliott's future completely gone away from Villa? Or are we now, is Unai Emery put into a position now where he has to go back to Harvey Elliott and consider him? Let me know your thoughts. Sancho is ill. Emery confirmed it at the start. Ian, I've subscribed. Good luck with your channel going forward. I'm a Darlington fan. Remember us back in the day? Yes, of course, mate. Of course, I remember. The celebrations will be wild. Absolutely. No future. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. So did we have that 35 million to spend on him, or did we not have that 35 million? Because if we're looking to get rid, then is that then now theoretically 35 million back in the coffers plus whatever money we're accounting for the Marlon sale? So have we now got 50 million, say, to spend? Because that would be interesting. Harvey EA wouldn't want to stay. Yeah, probably not. Probably not. Alisson, he's injured. Marlon has just scored for Roma. He hasn't, has he? That would be absolutely rub salt in the wound if he has. Oh, he has. The only 23rd minute he scored. Wow. $35 million. Yeah. I understand. I understand that, but I'm just saying if that's money that they would have accounted for spending in the summer, then have they now got that back to potentially spend? Monroe was 300,000, I think, and then a 30% sell on. Yeah, hopefully we can scrape a win. Yeah, Elliott on the bench instead of the second goal. He threw him on nowhere near 10 appearances. Yeah, I think so. Marlon's goal got disallowed. Oh, there we go. What about that Maggio as well? Is he just one for the? Is he just one straight for the under-21s, or would he not have been fair enough to put on the bench? Yes, prayers, get the likes up, people. Nearly 160 of you in the chat. It's unfortunate. There's not a huge amount to talk about in this game. It's not been the best. Not being the best at all. Let's just pulling the team back up. So in terms of substitutions, we've got Gimo Aloba. We've got Hemmings, Mings, Garcia, Digne, and Lindelof. So theoretically, you could put Digne on and push Maatsen further forward if you wanted to maybe go in more of a 4-4-2 formation. You're not going to use Garcia until the end, really late on in the game if Cash is tired. You're probably not going to use Lindelof unless you need to bring on a defensive midfielder. And then you potentially got Gimo Aloba as an attacking option, and that's about it. That's about it, guys. Yeah, mate, it's a massive understatement. Massive understatement. Would love to see Maggio on the bench as backup for Watkins. Do we think Unai overthinks things sometimes? Look at Marlon at Roma. Unai wouldn't play him for 2 months. Maybe he does. I mean, you've got to look at it, and I think the core of Unai's players are, Martinez leaves at the end of the season, but let's say theoretically Martinez, Konsa, Cash, Luca Dean's probably now being sort of overtaken by Maatsen, but still possibly not quite. Torres is his main man. Then you've got McGinn, Tielemans. Tielemans had to force his way into it, and you've got Watkins and Rodgers. Anyone who's brought into the squad as a transfer, I mean, you just have to look at the record, and they're being sold after a year or so. Marlon's been sold. Diaby was sold. Duran was being sold. There's multiple players that have come in and then just stayed a little bit and then been sold. So I still think there's a lot of players where if the money's right or if they don't quite hit what Unai Emery wants them to hit, he will get rid of them. So yeah, it is a bit of a conundrum with transfers with Unai. It is. Yeah, Marlon has scored. And it wasn't good. Was not good. John McGinn getting that injury, and it's a knee injury, and it really doesn't look good. Really doesn't look good. So I'm concerned for John McGinn. We've got big games coming up as well. We need to get some transfers in this week. Onana's back in training, is he, this coming week? He'll probably be thrust into play against Newcastle on Sunday, which that's a hell of a game to come into. Hell of a game. FH, what do you think of Sunderland? Oh, yeah, mate, they've been brilliant. I mean, I remember going mad about us getting a draw against them. But when you look at their results at home this season, they've been a really difficult team to play against at home. And, they're aggressive, they're fast, they're physical. Granit Xhaka's been the best signing of the season by a long way, pound for pound. And then Brian Brobby, I mean, I think we probably should have signed him, to be honest. He's been brilliant. Enzo Lefebvre, I really like him as a player as well. Really like him as a player. He's got a touch of class. So they're a difficult side, and they've secured their Premier League survival already. So you absolutely can't argue with what they've done. Absolutely can't argue with what they've done. Right, players are back out. Getting ready for the second half. Like I say, guys, you guys are possibly in front of me, I'm sure. So no spoilers in the chat. If you want to time yourself with me, please do pause your TV, and then when I'm ready, I'll tell you. And hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, ready for the second half if you've just joined. Villa about to kick off, kicking towards the whole end. Can we get some life into this second half, Villa? Let's get moving. What is the referee pointing at? What is the referee pointing at here? There we go. We're off. And Cash has the ball on the right-hand side. Drops it into Gesond, who tries to jink past Mikalenko but loses out. Now Grealish has the ball on the halfway line. And Mikalenko then helps it forward. Brought down by Rodgers. Picked up by Everton. It's scrappy in the midfield, but it's played for by Everton, but picked up by Cash. And Villa can build from the back. Cash now on the right-hand side. It goes up the line to Rodgers, who takes the ball out of play. Everton are going to, again, look to frustrate and look to get on the ball, control possession, and wait for that one chance that they might get. Long throw from Mikalenko, headed down by Bogard, flicked on by Gesond. Rodgers into Tielemans. Now, but Buendia's got some space to operate, and he's brought down by Garner, and that's a yellow card. So is that 2 midfielders now booked? Did McNeil get a booking in the first half? I think he did. Yeah, he's brought him down. I don't know why he's complaining about that. No idea why he's complaining about that. Tielemans now looking to play it into the box. Everton playing quite a high line outside of their box at the minute. Tielemans goes short. Oh, didn't even... Cash had no idea he was playing it to him, and that's completely wasted from Villa. What an absolute waste of time that is. Terrible organisation. Sloppy, sloppy, sloppy. You're in a good position. You can get the ball into the box, and then Tielemans looks to play it out left to Maatsen, and then reverses it to Cash. Cash didn't even know what was going on. Watkins picks it up, drops it back to Yuri. Yuri out to Maatsen now. Back to Tielemans. Tielemans, little jink on the ball. Now plays it out to Maatsen, who's got a bit of space on the left-hand side, but just checks his run and goes back to Torres. Torres across to Constance, getting pressed, but he plays it into Bogard, who's pushed off the ball by Grealish. He does quite well there, Bogard, and at least we used him. Now Konza. No, sorry, Cash, back to Konza. There we go. Watkins, 9 touches in the game. And Gesson came on what? In the 20th minute, and he's had more touches. We've got to get Watkins in this game. But I mean, you're looking at the attacking players, and even the Everton attackers have hardly touched the ball. The quality of the passing has been really poor into the front men. Torres to Maatsen. Maatsen drops it inside to Watkins now. Watkins, nice little turn. Finds Maatsen now. Maatsen is just chased by Patterson. Patterson dives in on Emi Buendia, and Buendia goes down, but I think it was a good challenge. Rodgers does well to win it back, and then Everton get the free kick. Rodgers not happy. Can't afford any more injuries. I don't know. I think he won the ball. I can't see the foul there by Morgan Rodgers, to be honest with you. Everton, Grealish slips. Now Villa can break. Tielemans drops it inside to Buendia. Buendia helps on to Watkins. Watkins in his favourite position. Faced up by Tarkowski. Hits it, but it's blocked. Needed to do that little step over there. Tielemans now on the edge of the box. Plays it to Bogard. Bogard out wide to Cash. Cash tips it in with his left foot. Tielemans late run. Header, and it's wide. Didn't connect with the header. He's got his hands on his head, but I don't think it would have. I think Pickford would have just dropped down onto it anyway. But great run. Well, it was a good header, to be fair. It was a good header. But good for Yuri getting into the box, making that late run, making that extra man. Villa, can we get some momentum into this game? Pickford goes out left. Good header down by Patterson to McNeil. McNeil getting pressed by Maatsen. Maatsen then picks it up. And the ref did give it. He did push him. He did push him. Rich, but just wait. Just wait. We can do it. Still a good 40 minutes of this half to go. If you're saying that, then you're saying Arsenal haven't got that mentality as well. So therefore, it's Man City's title. Tarkowski now. Out to Patterson. Patterson up the line, but Maatsen blocks it. Finds Buendia. Lovely turn from Buendia. Now Rodgers has got space to run into. Rodgers now driving forward. Oh, he slips at the final hurdle. Bogard does well though. Cash now coming in, plays to Watkins. Watkins, oh, he was waiting. He was looking for Cash to make the run, and it's hit out of play by the Everton defender, and it's a throw into Villa. Rodgers looked like he was just shaping up for a shot there. The conditions must be bad. Oh, it's a poor. Oh, Cash does brilliantly there off the layoff from Bogard to keep it in play, but Bogard there. The ball's flying all over the place. The passes. Tielemans now has it. Torres did brilliant to win the ball back. Bogard did well to win the ball back. Now Matson's bringing the ball down the left-hand side. Oh, short pass now again. Short passes. Tarkowski clears it. Headed down by Barry. Now Armstrong can bring it clear. Now Grealish has got the ball on the left-hand side. Finds Armstrong again, who plays it back into Mikalenko, is it? With the shot, and it's miles over the bar. Oh, Ghana. Too many short passes. There's times where we're just second guessing what we're doing, and that split second is all it takes. You know, even Rodgers with that run through, if he was 100% sure about what he wanted to do, he wouldn't have slipped, because he just thought at the last minute something else. Headed away by Tarkowski, brought down by Bogard, but it's won by Everton. Now Roll bringing it forward. Rodgers though picks it up off winner by Cash into Buendia. Buendia out to Matson. Matson can bring it forward now. Villa just playing a little bit more pace now. Inside to Buendia. He almost ran past that ball as well. Bogard to Tielemans. Tielemans got a bit of space to operate in there. Just slows it down. Torres to Bogard. Bogard, nice little turn. Holds off. Plays to Watkins. Watkins out wide to Matson. Watkins continues his run down the left-hand side. Gets the crossing, but it's harmlessly into Pickford's arms. Probably should have just looked for that pass, that little pass into Rodgers there. Everton playing the ball forward. Barry looking to get a run on Konsa, but Konsa does well, plays it back to Martinez. Martinez into Torres. Barry's trying to run around up front as well. He's hardly had a touch this half. It's not a game for strikers, this game at the minute. Not a game for strikers at all. Thankless task. Konsa now bringing the ball forward. Finds Buendia. Buendia into Getton. Getton, can he get the better of O'Brien? O'Brien does well on the cover and gets swings his left foot around it and gets it clear. And it's a throw into Villa. But that was better. Buendia picking up some nice spaces and getting on the ball. Rodgers now plays it into Emi Buendia. Emi Buendia to Gesson. Gesson just, again, takes the extra touch when he didn't need to. Now Grealish trying to bring the ball clear. Bogard does really well to win it back. And then it's Grealish wins it back off him, and then it's a free kick to Everton. Grealish has gone down. Hurt his ankle. Yeah, 1 goal's winning this. When it's Arsenal versus Sunderland, who would you want to win, and how do you feel that they are the only 2 teams unbeaten at home? Well, I'd want Sunderland to beat Arsenal, mate. Definitely. And yeah, I mean, Sunderland have done brilliant. But any team that gets promoted, your home form is what keeps you up. You have to win your games up. You have to win your home games. And then you have to win as many home games as you can. And then you hope that you can pick up a few points away from home. And that's exactly what Sunderland have done. They've made Stadium like a bit of a fortress. Leeds are doing that a bit with Ellen Road at the minute. Headed down by Barry, picked up by Everton, but cleared there by Villa. Now Rodgers can drive forward with the ball, get pulled back by Garner. Garner knows he's on a yellow. Rodgers keeps going. Rodgers is going. Rodgers is going. And he gets clipped again. That's a foul, isn't it? Just ran out of steam there. Now Everton bringing it forward. Armstrong out to Grealish. Grealish cuts inside Cash. And he's brought down. He's asking for a yellow. Garner was very, very lucky there. Rodgers runs it in again. Oh, that's a foul, that's a foul. How is he not given a foul there? That's a clear push in the back. What? I'm absolutely How is he not given a foul? It might not be a yellow card. He's pushed him in the back. The referee's bottled it there. And now Everton have got a free kick in a dangerous position. Clipped into the box, headed away by Bogard. Headed up in the air by Mikalenko. Is it kept in by Garner? I don't think so. He looks like he's hurt himself. He said he's all right. I cannot believe that's not a free kick. Literally 2 hands in the back. What are we doing? What is the ref? I don't know what the ref has seen or not seen. Rodgers tries to clip it through to Buendia, but it's just carried off the surface, and the ball's back with Pickford, who goes long. Konsa heads it up in the air, blocked by Barry. Oh, Torres with a mistake now. McNeil. Oh, it's saved by. Oh no! Oh no! That's the sucker punch. That's the sucker punch. Torres with the slip, picked up by McNeil. McNeil with a curling shot, and Martinez saves it, parries it out. He probably should have caught it, and then Barry there clips it, and it rolls into the net almost in slow motion, and that's Everton. Aston Villa 0, Everton 1. And that's the sucker punch. Rich in the chat, mentality, mate. Maybe you're right. Oh, he just made a nuisance of himself for the whole time. Oh, I don't know. It's mistakes all round. It was Konsa with the header that bounced off Barry. Then he plays a pass to Torres. Torres slips. McNeil has the shot. Emmy, you've got to claim that. That's poor goalkeeping. And then he makes himself small as well. That is so poor. Sucker punch. Yeah, good finish. So many mistakes there. We've got to keep going. We've only got these players now. I don't know what. I really don't know what Unai can do. We've got to wake up. Everton got the tails up now. Now it's Roll coming through. Faced up, gets into the box against Konsa. Finds Jack Grealish. Grealish attacking Cash. Ball nearly drops in the box. Now Villa can attack. Clipped over the top by Buendia. Watkins now has got a bit of space, but O'Brien's facing him up. O'Brien does well to get it back to Pickford. We're lacking pace, aren't we, up front? This is looking difficult now. This is looking difficult now. McNeil. I tell you, do you know what? I'd settle for a draw right now. I really would. Gonna have to do something, Unai. I don't know what he's gonna do, but he's gonna have to change the formation somewhere along the line. Has he gone for more 4-4-2 now? Everton have got us exactly where they want us now. I mean, I can. There's nothing really happening in the game. Pickford's hit the ball long. McNeil battling with Matson. Matson wins out. McNeil's gone down. There's nothing wrong with him. Absolutely nothing wrong with him. Why? That was a catalogue of errors. Everything about it was just so sloppy. Conser with the header that bounced up. Torres with the slip. Martinez, how are you not claiming that? And then a good finish by Barry, but I wasn't happy with Martinez even with that. Now Buendia's driving forward. Gonna have to be intricate here though. Everton getting their players back quickly. Matson now, ball on the left-hand side. Attacking the box. Slowed down again by Villa. Tielemans lines up the shot, but it's blocked by Roll and out for a throw into Villa. Deep inside Everton's half. It's going to take something special now to beat it, to get a goal. We've got to get a goal in the next 5 or 6 minutes to get anything out of this game in terms of a win. Throw from Cash, but it's easily cleared. And puts his foot through it. O'Brien, I think that was. And Barry's chasing down Pau Torres. Torres doing his best to hold it up. Oh my God, that's terrible. You might as well just blasted it out of play. He just took an extra touch and it's right deep inside Everton and Villa's half now. That was poor. Yeah, heads have dropped. Today. Yeah, we definitely do. And Unai's had, the thing is, in the past games, Unai's had options off the bench, hasn't he? He hasn't got them today. Flicked on by Barry and it's into Martinez's arms. He's won another header though. Martinez plays out to Matson. Matson faced up by McNeil and Matson slips. And McNeil picks it up. We just look a bit desperate. We need something off the bench. Just try one of the young lads. Just try one of them. I mean, Evan Gesson, does he actually touch the ball this half? Offside by Barry. Come on, Villa. Wake up. Halfway through the second half now. 25 minutes to go. Can Villa get back into this game? At the moment, it doesn't look like it. Only really had one effort from Yuri Tielemans in this half. A header just went wide. I can't think of anything else that we've really done. Tielemans now clips it over the top, looking for Cash. Good play by Grealish, but it's still in the box. Rodgers, and he blasts it over. A dangerous ball from Tielemans, put Grealish under pressure. He manages to he got a touch, and then Cash got a touch. Gesson lays it off to Rodgers, and Rodgers just lashes a shot, slices it high and wide. Thomas Tuchel's in the crowd. I don't think he's too impressed at the minute. Torres heads it up in the air. Konza trying to get the ball clear. Matson picks it up and gets the free kick. And it's Garner again who stamps on the back. Oh, no, it's not. It's Roll. Stamps on the back of his leg. Has he been booked? Ooh. Nasty one, that. Yeah, I agree. It was poor goalkeeping. Poor goalkeeping. Yeah, Pietro frustrating. I do think Everton could be at risk of going down to 10 men. Nice little layup by Watkins into Rodgers. Oh, great tackle there by Garner. Grealish looking for Barry, but picked up by Konsa, headed on by Bogard, but to no one really, and cleared by Everton. Barry flicks it on, but he's offside. Now he's going down with cramp. Everton just doing exactly what they want here. Unai is gonna. He just needs to try Aloba. Just try Gimo Aloba. What worse can he do than Gesson? Honestly, what worse can he do? Terrible goalkeeping. Terrible goalkeeping. Yeah, play acting. They are. They are, unfortunately. And then you can't blame them. You absolutely can't blame them. The least you can do is hit the like button, people. Can we do a like check? We've got 150 of you in the chat. Can we get to 100 likes? Hemmings and Dean are coming on. Interesting. We definitely need some, because I mean Bogart's dropped off in this half. Matson now coming forward. Crossed in. Oh, what happened there, Rodgers? Blocked by Tarkowski. Buendia. Matson. Low cross. Oh. Rodgers. Miles over. Watkins let it run. No more. Decided to go off. Oh, I'm a bit further ahead now. Right, we're back. Torres now. Ball in the box. Cash. Oh, matched over his own bar by Patterson. Messed this up. Oh, what are they looking for? A penalty? Nah. No pen. Clutching at straws there, but that's a pen. Right, corner to Villa. Short one to Buendia. To Matson. Matson clips it in. Headed away by Tarkowski. Bogard comes in. Edge of the box to Rodgers. Oh, what a save from Pickford. What a save. Brilliant effort from Morgan Rogers. Sorry, I'm just having... Brilliant save. Just having stream issues. Sorry, people. Right, I've lost a bit of time. Sorry, I'm still on the Rogers effort. Just reliving that. So I'm gonna have to go back on the time. Brilliant save. I'm on 71.56 people, so I'm sorry. There we are. Dina, take the corner here. Hemmings. And the Marbo got gone off. Come on, Hemmings. Make a name for yourself, son. Clipped in, headed away by Everton. Cash picks it up to Luca Dean again. High across this time. Konsa challenging for it. And it's another corner to Villa. Off O'Brien. Bit of pressure for Villa last 20 minutes. We need a goal. Please. Please. Cash clips it in under the bar, straight into Pickford's arms. Now Everton looking to break. Take a point right now. This is going to be one of these frustrating ones. And yes, people in the chat, a lot of people were right about it being a frustrating one. Switched out from Tielemans to Luca Dean. Luca Dean inside to Hemmings. Hemmings plays to Konsa. There's not much movement in front of him. Rogers, nice ball to Yuri. Yuri clips it over, headed away by Patterson. Just a little bit of indecision from Villa there, and Everton can pounce on it. They're driving forward. Garner, held up by Hemmings. Back to McNeil. To Garner. Garner plays it down the line, looking for Armstrong. Great cross, but clipped away by Konsa expertly there, and Tielemans now can bring it forward. Just getting pressed here. Plays to Cash, though. Cash inside to Rogers. Rogers tries to turn O'Brien, looking for the foul, but doesn't get it. Oh, and then he smashes into Grealish. This is a frustrating one for Villa. This is really frustrating. Grealish is loving it. Grealish is loving it. This is a frustrating one. Very frustrating. Into the last 15. This is annoying. I'll be back. Everton just sucking the life out of this game. Sucking the life out of this game. I thought we'd be fresh, as well. I thought we'd be fresh after a week off of training. I thought we'd be fresh, but we just haven't done enough today. We've kind of made it easy for Everton. I mean, look, hit the bar with a header, one save, really good save from Pickford. That's about it. Watkins hasn't had a shot all game. Rodgers has been, apart from that real great effort that Pickford saved, he's been high and wide with a lot of his shots. I mean, we really had Gesson in the game at all. I say Buendia's been the busier of our midfielders, but has he done enough today? Rodgers clips it into Hemmings. Hemmings coming forward with the ball. Still going Hemmings. Hits the shot. Oh, it's blocked. Probably fair play to the kid. Strong move running with the ball, but maybe should have found Luca Dean there. Buendia, though, picks it up. Attacking the box. Drops it off to Tielemans. Tielemans to Konsa. Hemmings demanding the ball, which is good, but he finds Buendia. Hemmings again comes forward. Buendia still battling for it. Gesson gets his foot in. Villa still got it. Rodgers now. Oh, it's a terrible pass. What are you doing? Gotta get a goal. Come on. Headed away by Hemmings. Gesson looking for Watkins. Watkins lays it off to Rodgers. Rodgers coming forward. Rodgers cuts inside, but there's another line of defence at Everton, and they managed to get it clear. This is where you need like a forward who you just can put the ball into the box and hope for knockdowns. I tell you what, Hemmings has done more on the ball in this 10-minute spell than Bogard did. Bogard, he just doesn't demand the ball enough. Konsa, come on, Villa. Last 15 or so, there's going to be stoppage time. Oh, Tielemans, lovely turn from Buendia. Now Buendia, come on, Buendia. Hits the shot. It's blocked again by Tarkowski. Go wide. You've got to go wide. Now Everton can break, but Barry slips. Play it to Luca Dean. Now we're coming through the middle now. Rodgers gives it away again. Rodgers has been awful this second half. Really poor. Martinez. Long clearance, and it's headed out by Patterson. Oh, Rodgers there. Such a poor. Yeah, title race talk. When you put in performances like today. Switch of play by beautiful touch from Cash. Cross though. Read by Tarkowski. Emery looking desperate. He needs something. Get Gimo Aloba on as well. These young kids, man, just get them on. At least they'll show something different. Buendia into Watkins. Watkins falls over, and it's easily through to Pickford. See, these two centre halves as well, man. They know what they're doing. You've got to try and avoid them. Kick straight out of play by Pickford. Come on. Can they run out of steam, this Everton side? Tielemans. Switches the play to Luca Dean. Brilliant pass. Dean takes it in his stride now. Lost the stream. Great. Try and get back. No, we didn't score. We didn't score. Gesson blocks it and gets the free kick. We're in 82-33 now, so I've gone ahead of time. But some of them. Steve says it's going to be 1-1. Take it from him. Barry's coming off now for Beto. Signings needed, ASA. Honestly, such a frustrating game. But these type of games happen. These types of games happen. Torres now bringing it forward. Even now, I mean, what is that? By Pau Torres. Tielemans does brilliantly to get a little touch on it. And that's a throw into Everton, I think. What? Rogers. Come on, Villa. Can we get something from this game? Watkins bringing it forward, holding off Ghana. Oh, that's a terrible, terrible, terrible pass. What is that? Power's been awful. I agree. Hemmings coming forward. Plays to Konza. Out to Torres. My timing's off. I'm ahead of my timing on the clock, but I'm just trying to. I'm having issues with the screen, so just go. Oh. There's no point watching this. Yuri Tielemans as well. I mean, that is absolutely woeful. That is woeful. Yeah, the crowd said it all. It's just frustrating. I know you're not going to win every game, but it's just so frustrating. It's not like it's just because we played so poorly. That's the point. Yeah, sorry, Ange, I'm on 85-53, so I'll change it on my screen. It's just I can't trust. It keeps freezing. Headed down by Gesson. It's a goal kick. No point watching it in the minute. Why? Do you know what? I'd send Gesson back. I'd send him on loan to Besiktas. I'd send him there. He's terrible. I can't see. I can't see a footballer there. He's just terrible. Buendia wins the header. O'Brien just messing about with it. Rogers tries to help it on, picked up by. I mean, I'd probably say he's close to man of the match. Him or Garner. I know Garner probably should have been off. Now, takes it out of play. Last 4 or 5 minutes for Villa. It's always these types of games where the unbeaten run, the winning run comes to an end. It's these, it never comes to an end with a thrilling 4-3 defeat or something like that. It's always a sloppy 1-0 defeat. Always. Konsa, Rogers, Tielemans. What Cash does brilliantly to step inside. Buendia on the edge. Didn't quite fall for him. Now Rogers again plays it out to Cash. Poor ball by Cash, headed away by Patterson, and now Everton can bring it clear comfortably. Won back by Torres. Torres into Rogers. Rogers is tackled though. Oh, free kick to Everton. Honestly, we could be playing this. I'm on 88.50, so again, I'm not with the timing. We could play for another 3 years and not score. I think, Rich, it is a mentality thing, and we can't deny that we haven't got the changes to bring on. But again, that does bring into question why let Marlon go when you haven't got a replacement. Yeah, Garner, man of the match. I'm going to get into this. No. See you later, guys. We're not getting anything out of this. It's just terrible. My screen has just froze. And then screen froze, and then it's jumped back forward, and we've given away a free kick. Well, thank you guys for joining me anyway. I had over 100 of you in the chat, which is great. I know it's been a very, very, very frustrating game. It was always, there was times when this was going to happen, but just so poor, and it's just been a poor one. It has been really poor, and Everton are just seeing this game out. And Everton have got good tactics away from home. They've got good centre halves who are organised. They've got a good shape. And they took their chance when they had it, and they didn't need to do anything after their goal because we didn't make it difficult enough for them. We had one really done nothing. We just haven't had the invention going forward. We've given the ball away too much. Just haven't done anything. I'm not really going to talk about red cards and stuff. We just haven't made the right decisions in certain areas. We took too long with certain passes. We've underhit passes. We've not been decisive enough in certain areas. Look, this is the exact highlight there where taking too long on the ball. Buendia! Oh! Oh! Buendia with the header wide. That's the chance. That was the chance. And that's going to be it. Well, we know what's coming next weekend as well, away at St James's Park, and that's another place that we don't get a win. I think that's it. Oh, Cash getting a bit angry there with Armstrong. And then that's it. Is it? I think so. Well, sloppy mistake at the back. Conser with the header. That was slipped. McNeil pounced on it. Curling effort. But really was quite tame. And Martinez inexplicably dropped it. And Barry pounced on it and nice clipped finish. But again, Martinez made himself small. He didn't make himself big, and it agonising went into the net. But truthfully, Villa didn't do enough to win that game. Didn't do anywhere near enough to win that game. And you can't say, yes, we can talk about the squad, talk about substitutions, but substitutions and squad doesn't play passes, play bad passes. There was too many sloppy passes, too many overhit passes, too many underhit passes, too many passes behind players, and too much waiting for the ball when balls were passed through. It was just an absolutely fair play to Everton. They were organised. They were difficult to play against. They got blocks in. They got headers. But we just didn't do enough. We didn't get the ball wide enough, quickly enough. We just made the wrong decisions in so many areas that it was just so frustrating, so poor. But yeah, fair play to Everton. Fair play to them. And yes, you can say Lamar Bogard in that central midfield area. We just didn't use him enough, and then they could isolate Yuri Tillemans. We didn't get him on the ball enough. We didn't get him on the ball in areas that could hurt them. Yes, Rodgers was running with the ball, but he'd eventually get blocked out of it. And then Evan Gessond and Ollie Watkins just No, not good enough today. Nowhere near good enough. I mean, guess sign or just dominance to a team. Can he play going forward? Can he pass? Can he finish? Can he beat a man? Can he run? It's just so bad. So bad today. And I don't think Watkins had a shot. He had a couple of runs in the channels, but he just didn't get away from Tarkowski or O'Brien. Rodgers had all the shots, but he was blasting them just too, what's the word? Too reckless with his shooting. Too reckless. And I'm very frustrated about that one. Very frustrated about that one. And yeah, we know what happens against Newcastle. And if we've got any designs on getting anywhere near around the top of the table, I don't know what we're going to do next week, because McGinn looks like he's injured. He's going to be, that did not look good. Kamara looks like he's going to be injured for a while. But look up. Anyway, people, thank you so much for joining me. I'll probably do an instant reaction at some point. We'll be back with Fans Forum on Tuesday / Fenerbahce preview. So that'll be back on Tuesday night. We'll have live watch along for the Fenerbahce game on Thursday. And then I won't be doing watch along for Newcastle. I'll do preview for Newcastle. I'll actually go into the game. So I'll be there. And obviously reactions and stuff. So plenty of shows. We'll obviously do transfer talk shows as well. If any news happens, we need players in. But thank you for watching. Thank you for being part of the watch along. I know it's a frustrating one. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Help us continue on the road to 7,000 subscribers and beyond. Yes, Aston Villa 0, Everton 1. Very, very frustrating day. But win, lose or draw, we all know we'll follow the Villa.